Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. And I'm here in New York. I'm uh, I'm back, and it feels good to be back, but it's cold. It's chilly up here. It really is, and it's been windy and rainy the past couple of days, and I haven't really had a chance to fly, that's for sure. But I do have the drone right here, right next to me, just in case. And then I also have this one that I had left here. Anybody know what this is? This one? But anyway, yeah, it's the FEMI X8 Mini. But anyway, um, I'll be flying hopefully tomorrow or the next day, the latest. But how you doing, Jerry? And let me just welcome in a few people. JC, he was number one, and Chris, Drone Life RC, how you doing? And South Illinois Ariel, how you doing? And Paul, how you doing? Good to see you. Stephen Drones, how you doing? Jerry Bauer, did I say hello to you already? But anyway, Jerry, good to see you. But I tell you, I have two great guests scheduled for the show tonight. If you saw the promos, which is a whole nother story with Facebook, and I'll get into that in a little while. But I have two great guests scheduled, and it's Michael Wright. Most of everybody knows who Michael Wright is, Texas Arch drone guy, and Al Cerchione of the South Florida Drone Flyers. And these two guys really, really are experienced drone pilots. I've flown with them both, and they both have great, great knowledge about drones, and they're great guys, and I'm proud to call them my friends. And hey, DeMarco, good to see you. Thank you for popping in. And I left shrimp and lobster in the back room, so I'm going to let them enjoy it for one more minute. And then I'm going to bring them in. But I've had a disaster on Facebook, just to let you know. Somebody locked me out of my account. I guess you could call that being hacked. And I can't get back into my original Facebook account. So I went back to using an old one that I have. So if anybody's getting new friend requests from me, it is me. But feel free to question me before you accept it. And but I am starting up a new Facebook page again. But anyway, worst things can happen. That's for sure. But like I said, I have two great guests, and I don't want to leave them in the back room too long. And I want to bring in Al Cerchione. He's going to come to us all the way from Florida.
Hey, how you doing, guys? It's the drone crasher. How are you?
Al, it's funny because I forget your nickname, the drone crasher, and it's all over your vehicle.
That's me.
Welcome.
That name
welcome.
stuck.
And I enjoy flying with you. We've flown a lot while I was down in Florida.
And I'm looking forward for you to coming back to fly again, because I really enjoy flying with you, Ray.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you have a great group. I don't know if we'll talk about how you got involved with drones first, and then you could talk about your group. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
So tell everybody in the chat, because some people don't know your story. How did you get involved with drone? What was your first drone?
My first drone was a Sky Viper, and I still have it, actually. The second one that flew away. And my wife bought it for me. I think it was for Christmas. And I went out Christmas Day. I sent it up, and off it went, and it never came home. So I went back to the store, and they gave me another one. They were nice enough to give me another one. And I still have that one. And then I've gotten into the other drones. I got into Holy Stone drones. And I started off with their HS 100. And then I got the HS 700. And they were a pretty decent flying drone, but their cameras were terrible. It's not a gimbal camera. So I decided to go with a DJI, and I bought a Mavic Pro used. And I've had that drone for like 4 years, and I just sold it to one of my guys in my group, Pedro, and he's flying and he loves it. Never had a problem with it. I bought fresh batteries for it before I gave it to him. And now I have the Air 2S and the Mini 2. And I think I'm going to pull the trigger on the Mavic 3 tomorrow, because after seeing yours, the way that thing flies, and I love the zoom feature on that. It's just incredible. And then I started my own group, the South Florida Drone Flyers. And we had a couple of guys in there, and it grew to now, I think we got about 350 members. And I just wished it would become a little bit more active. We have certain guys, like every other group, you always have the same guys doing everything. But that's how I did it. And I really enjoy it. I love to fly. I'm retired, so I got plenty of time. I fly almost every day. I get up in the morning, come home, have breakfast with the wife, and that's my day.
Yeah. It's an interesting story that you have there, Al, and I know you're experienced. I really was glad to meet you. When you had that mini meetup or meetup,
Yeah,
you had
yeah.
your own meetup. I was one of the first to sign up. And
Yes, you were. Yeah.
And meet you down there, because I was looking forward to flying up in the Fort Pierce area. I had never flown up there.
That's a
And
nice
that was a
spot
great
too.
meetup that you put together.
Yeah, we had a few guys that day, and then Bill Ronayne joined us also, and TJ, Lee. We had a few guys. Another guy, Harry. Harry was made it out there, and I enjoy flying out there. And I'm going to try to go to Miami tomorrow morning by myself, early in the morning, and do a little flying down there. So,
yeah. Well, I know I've never flown in Miami, and I not that I'm jealous, but I would love to fly down there one day. So when I get back down there, maybe we'll
definitely
get that down there and
Yes.
do a little mini meetup down there.
Yeah, right out down to South Point Park. It's beautiful down there.
Okay, that's where you're going to go, South Point Park?
Yeah, South Point Park tomorrow probably, and then I might do the MacArthur Causeway, because you can get the Miami skyline in the background early in the morning before the sun comes up. So it's really pretty down there. So
yeah. Well, it's one of those things where you talked about you were thinking of buying the Mavic 3. I just happen to have it sitting over here.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do.
And I'll have to say, you're gonna love this bird right here.
Yeah. I think I know I am. It's I tried talking myself out of it, and I can't. I just have to buy it.
Yeah. No, it's good. You won't regret it.
No,
you really won't. You're gonna love it.
I really love the zoom feature on that drone. It's incredible.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. The zoom is incredible. I'm by no means an expert photographer. Never mind expert drone photographer. But I love flying it, and I have a good time, and I do love using the zoom. You know that. I zoom in a lot.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm looking at a pretty good deal. It's coming with a case and 2 batteries, a landing pad, strobe light. And
now who are you buying it through?
From B&H Camera.
Oh, okay. In New York City, right? They're in New York City.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think they says I'll probably have it by the end of the week, which is pretty good. So
yeah, I bought one of my first TV cameras from B&H way back in the day. And you're going to laugh at this. But when that FEMI X8 Mini went on sale, we had an option to buy. And I bought mine through B&H, but it's one of those things where B&H is a great company, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I've never used them, but I figured I looked around the internet today, and they were the cheapest one with a little bit of a package. Comes with a hard case and everything. So, I figured, what the heck? I only need 2 batteries, because I see you don't really need 3 batteries with that thing. Not with the flight time that you have.
You get so much flight time, you really do. I bought the 1 extra battery, and that's plenty. It really is. But hey, how you doing, Robbie? And let me just say hello to a few more people in the chat, and we'll get back to you in a minute, Al. Joe Blaylock, how you doing? Good to see you. Mark Fisher, always good to see you, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
And B. Wayne, Anna Lee, how you doing? Welcome, Leonard. Good to see you. Coming to us all the way from Jersey. But I tell you, Al, I'm excited for you.
Thanks.
I really am, and I want to wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
looking
wait
forward. I
to
really
fly
am.
with you when you have it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm trying to read the comments, and it's a lot harder than people think. That I'm concentrating on you, and then the different comments, and you try to highlight some of them, and then you sometimes highlight the wrong one. one. Like, and hey, Dre, Recovery One Drone, good to see you. Gary, Brand Aerials, good to see you. But Al, so far, I guess we flew, I don't know, 10 times while I was down
think
there.
so. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But you came to the South Florida Drone Meetup, and
Yes.
I was so glad that you did that. But I was more glad that you brought your granddaughter.
Yes, and she really had an awesome time. She really did. And at the beginning, she was getting a little bored in the morning, but then she kind of really got into it. And then Maddie's son was there, so she found a friend, and she had a great time. And she's looking forward to going next year.
Oh,
She
really?
says, "Oh,
Okay.
yeah." She says, "Grandpa," she says, "we going next year?" I says, "Absolutely."
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I really am.
Yeah, yeah. So she's
No,
looking
that's
forward to
great.
go already.
That is great. Because that's a big focus that I have. I try to have people get children involved in drones, more or less as an alternative against drugs. And, I put it right on the back of my shirts. I don't have it on this particular shirt, but my silkscreen shirt, I have it right on the back of it. Let's get kids hooked on drones, not drugs. But that was great to see you. I know 2 years ago when Johnny came, he brought his granddaughter. And I was so happy when he did that. And I had to get out of the room because she came.
Yeah.
But I was more than happy to do that. And he had a great time spending that amount of time with his granddaughter.
Yeah. I only spent the day, but next year we're going to probably do the 2 days at least.
And now, believe it or not, his granddaughter's graduating high school.
Yes, I saw that. Yep.
Which is great. I want to say congratulations to Bailey, and I know Bailey's going to be very successful in college and in life. There's no doubt in my mind about it. But listen, we got Michael Wright sitting in the back room, and he sent me a private message that you didn't leave him any shrimp.
The shrimp are really good this
time. It's all gone.
So I'm going to bring Michael in, and he's coming to us all the way from Texas. How you doing, Michael?
Doing great. How y'all doing?
Good. Thank you for being on the show. Welcome. And I like your shirt that you have on tonight. Yeah, the color looks good on you, Mike.
That's right. You need a different color for next year, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Michael, anyway, I know you've been on the show before, and you've been on many of the live streams. But still, I know it's repetitive, but if you don't mind, just tell a brief synopsis of how you got involved with drones and what was your first drone.
Sure. Well, back in about November of around Thanksgiving of 2013, my future son-in-law and I went to a RC meetup. It was mainly Plains, about an hour and a half from here. And I bought a 1-year-old used Blade Chroma 350 QX. And then for Christmas, we both got RC planes. My daughter and wife thought that it would be good binding with us, good commonalities to get to know each other. And we flew RC planes for a while, for a couple of years, and I still have 15 or 20 of them. The little,
wow.
Oh, really?
The little park flyers. They're little 12, 14, 15 inch. And I still haven't flown them in a couple of years, but I'm still keeping them. I'm going to get out and fly it again now that I'm recently retired. So, but
congratulations on that, by the way. I know you say you're recently retired, but you've been working a lot.
I work 5 or 6 hours today, but that's okay.
You're gonna love it though. Once you get used to not working anymore, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Nothing
seeing
like
the
getting
end of
up in the morning and not having a place to go.
That's right.
It's the best.
Right now, I go to my office, home office right now. So,
There you go.
and I flew that for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, and I bought when 2016 came out. I bought the Mavic Pro. It had come out. I'd ordered it maybe 3 or 4 weeks after it came out. It first released in like October. I ordered it November 5th, and it was a 6-week delay. They said,
Okay.
Very hard to get at the time, and the local DJI dealer was getting anywhere from 2 to 3 units a weekend is all he was getting, and it was the Dallas DJI dealer. And mine came in on Christmas Eve. So I drove in Christmas Eve traffic 40 miles to Frisco in traffic. Took me 6 hours round trip to go 40 miles. But I had it for Christmas that day, that week. And love it. And I had the Mavic Pro till I bought the Mavic 2. Pro.
Okay.
When it came out, I bought that one. And since then, I've accumulated, got a Phantom 4 V2. Love that one. I do have the DJI FPV. I've got the Mini 2, which I'll be selling soon. And I've got the Air 2S. And I do have a Mavic 3. I love a Mavic 3.
Right.
Really, I haven't flown my Air 2S very much since the Mavic 3.
You got quite a large fleet there.
I'm looking at putting it on the market as well. The Air
You could start your own drone shop.
I still got a Phoebe 2020 XE.
No, that's great.
In
That's
the
great.
box for 2 months. I wrapped up and I have never sold it. So I need to.
And I have a feeling you're going to get the new Mini 3 that's going to be released maybe tomorrow.
I have a feeling I'll be getting it too.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be an exciting day, you know.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Right. And I see no use in keeping the Mini 2 once they get that. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and put it together, probably sell it on the market. So
okay. All right. Don't forget about the drone swap shop.
That's right. I'll put it on that too as well.
Yeah, and Facebook. I have very good luck on Facebook Marketplace.
That's what I've had better luck on. Now I am hesitant to sell the Phoebe 2020 to anybody I know.
Yeah.
Because of the tilt horizon, sometimes it's tilted, sometimes it's not, and I just don't want to sell it to somebody I don't know, talk with.
No, I know what you mean. Exactly.
I'd rather sell it to somebody I don't know, sight unseen.
Yeah. We got a great crowd in the house. They must have known you guys were going to be on. I tried to promote it on my new Facebook page and put up a couple of posts in different groups, and it's always good to see a lot of the same faces in the chat. And I want to say thank you guys for, tuning into the show tonight. I really appreciate it. And I know Al and Michael do too. And it is, believe it or not, it is hard to get guests. So I want to say thank you both to come on at such, I've been doing it different lately. I've been waiting closer to the date to invite people on. And it seems to be working out, but thank you for being on tonight.
Anytime. I enjoy it.
Anytime, Ray. In fact, I hate to hear that you were broken into on your Facebook because hacked. I guess that comes with notoriety, popularity.
Well, I don't know about that. It comes probably with, not the greatest password.
Yeah, Captain Ray Kelly is not a good password. It just doesn't work.
But you know what? This is funny because I started this thing years and years ago, and I used my old Captain Ray at adventuresinfishing.com email.
Right.
I haven't had that email in a long, long time. So it's one of those things where they can't send me stuff on it, and it's like a nightmare when I hope it never happens to anybody in the chat or you guys, because it's a nightmare. It really is. Hey, and look who's in the chat. Max, the guy who hates DJI, but I think he just does that to give me a hard time. Because he knows deep down inside DJI is the best.
No, he knows it. He just won't admit it.
And he even went out and bought a DJI FPV drone. And he got what a deal he found on Facebook Marketplace. Really. And then when he showed up at the South Florida Drone Meetup with the DJI Inspire, I was pretty impressed. I was.
Who would have thought he'd have that? Huh?
So now I'm not just trying to have you say good things about the South Florida Drone Meetup. If you think that things could be made better, please, now's the time to tell us. Or call me and tell me privately, but it's up to you. But what you think about, Al, what did you think about the South Florida Drone Meetup?
I thought it was great from start to finish. I was only there the one day, and to me, it was great. I mean, we had an awesome time. Like I said, my granddaughter can't wait to go next year. And we did a lot of flying that day, even though there was 80. What did we have? Like 85 people?
Over 100. We ended
over
up
100
over 100
that day. And there was quite a few flying going on. We had the 1 or 2 drones that went in the drink. One of them was recovered. It was a great day from start to finish. I enjoyed it. And if you need a hand next year, count me in. I will definitely lend a hand.
Thanks, Al. Thanks.
I have plenty of time.
And Michael, it was your second time at the South Florida Drone Meetup.
I had a wonderful time at both of them. The second one was even better than the first. I mean, the first one was great. It really was. And I know we started out, I think when you first had your meetup before the first one, you had like, what was you, Maddie, and Ken, and who was it? Mitch.
Yep.
And when I saw that, I remember calling you up. Actually said, next time you have a meetup, I want to fly out there. Give me a couple months lead notice.
I know.
Then all of a sudden, there was like 6 people. All of a sudden, there were 86 people. So.
I know.
Yeah, it was a big crowd.
And I know it was a long way for you to drive, but you were lucky enough because you ended up picking up the world famous Johnny Drone Flyer.
We had a nice visit. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed driving. I hadn't driven like a road trip since college days, but I won't do it again for a while. I'll be fine next year.
I'm sure you guys had a lot of laughs during that ride.
Had a great time, and it was perfect too. We stopped in Tallahassee, which is a good break overnight, and then Scott Francis lives there, so we followed him the rest of the way. So, and
but when I roomed with Johnny at Spin Up, he put roses on my bed and he had wine waiting for me. Did he do that for you?
He did that for me. I don't know why. I guess he likes you better.
He's such a good guy, Johnny. He really is.
I think what was really great about the meetup is just putting faces to all the people that you hear about and got to meet, and I enjoyed just meeting and greeting people more than I did the flying that day.
That's what it's all about. It really is.
Yeah.
I've been to several meetups. I've been to Spin Up several times, and I've been up to Spin Down up in Dillon. It's just getting together and meeting the people more than anything.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
The weather really doesn't have a whole lot of effect on the meeting. Really.
Yeah. And speaking of meetups, we got a pretty big one that's going to take place on July 30th. And Mark Fisher, he's in the chat. So I might as well promote it for him, and there's no doubt it's going to be a great meetup. I went to the first one that he had last year, and that was really, really great. But this one I think is going to be even better because he's going to have it on a farm, and he's going to have like impersonators there. And if anybody wants more information about that, they can get a hold of Mark Fisher, EM Drone 1. And he's already got me down.
I'm definitely going.
Put me down as number 1, but I don't know if he did or not. But I booked my ferry reservation already because I go to Rhode Island on the ferry. So
can you get ferry reservations?
Yeah. And hey, how you doing? New Bedford Drones, NB Drones. Good to see you. We got a great crowd in the house, really. And I might also add, JC Flying booked his hotel room already for the South Florida Drone Meetup. He was the first one.
He likes that first floor, he said. That's why.
I know.
I'm definitely going to be there.
It's going to be great. No doubt about it. So listen, guys, I have sort of a format, and now might be a good time. And I don't see Akarasho. If anybody has Akarasho's email, please send it to me. Unfortunately, I don't have the Facebook Messenger no more. I had to start up a whole new thing. But anyway, back to what I was going to do before I get sidetracked. But I want to. Akarasho won the Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly hat last month, and we're going to do the contest in a few minutes. And people who have been in the chat already know how we do it, but we'll do that in a few minutes. But I just want to talk about the tip of the week this week, and it's going to be always do your pre-flight checks, prior to flying. It's very, very important. I went down to the Jupiter Lighthouse the other day, Al, and as soon as I got there, I started checking the area, and sure enough, right over my head there were like wires and trees. And I says, man, if I take off straight up here, I'm gonna crash, and I couldn't go out to my right the way I was facing because the roadway was there. So what I did was I ended up taking off, hovering, and then I went under the wire.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to your secret spot out there? I've been there.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted to get one more flight in at the Jupiter Lighthouse. I'll take you up there too one day, Mike.
Yeah, we went out there. We were at your secret spot.
Oh yeah.
I was there with
you were there. That's right.
Rob.
You were there. We flew from the other side of the inlet. This time I flew on the other side, closer to the lighthouse. And but that spot we flew from is a great little spot.
Yeah.
I used to fly from that park over there until you showed me the sign that says no drones.
I know. Really, But that lighthouse is a great place to fly.
That's a beautiful spot. It really is.
But my next question is: are you guys excited about the Mini 3? Michael, what do you think? I know you are.
Yeah, I've been following all the leads and some of the leaks, every one of them, and so forth. In fact, I don't know if you noticed, but Darren that had it on there, his last couple of his flights his last few RC have been taken down. It's not on his website anymore.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Okay.
The last one that he posted that's still up there was 4 days ago. The unboxing.
Oh,
any of the flights, any of the RC reviews aren't on his website as of 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna watch the videos on it, more videos on it.
Right.
But I really think it's going to be an awesome drone.
I do plan on ordering it tomorrow because what's tomorrow versus waiting 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 6 weeks or 3 months. You're going to get it anyway eventually. So
yeah.
Well, I know we got to stop talking about Johnny Drone Flyer now because he's in the chat.
Oh, there he is.
Johnny. But no, we were just saying good things about you, Johnny.
You didn't.
Tomas Ariels, how you doing? Coming all the way from Ireland. How you doing? And I think I said hello to Rob Kamada. How you doing, Rob? Hopefully we'll get together soon and we'll fly. Rob is only an hour from me, 50 minutes, depending on. And I got your South Florida drone T-shirt, Rob, but I'm gonna hand deliver it to you. And I'm like I say, I'm trying to look at the chat. And Al, I know you're excited about getting the Mavic 3, so I guess you're not that interested in the Mini.
No, I'm more interested in that Mavic 3. I already have the Mini 2, and I mean the Mini 3 seems like it's going to be a really good drone, but I want that heavier drone for the wind factor, and because you know how it gets down here with the winds. Every time I fly with you, you never have a problem with the wind. And with the Air 2S, it's not bad either, but I want that extra security with that, with the 3. It's,
Yeah.
and like I said, I like that zoom feature on the because on the Air 2S we have no zoom feature with the smart controller. And I don't know if it is on the regular controller, but on the smart controller there is no zoom in picture mode. So
Oh, okay. Yep.
yeah. So
Well, I'm wondering if this controller is going to be compatible with the other drones. I don't think it will be. What do you think, Michael?
I don't think it will be either. I mean, I just think they could hold off on that one.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, maybe we're surprised. I'm surprised that it has the supposedly roughly 1,000 nits. I didn't think it'd be the same screen. They're saying it is. So
yeah, because now the smart controller is not compatible with the Mavic 3.
right.
So I think they're gonna. This is how they keep making money. This is what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a great drone. I know a lot of Johnny Dronefly is going to get it. He made no bones about it. He's going to order it right away. Marcus will. I think Bill Hirosh is going to order it right away. And it's just exciting. Anytime there's a new drone from DJI or any other company, it's exciting.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's. I'll probably end up getting it, to be honest with you. But do I need it? No, I don't need it. And I forget who started the saying about fly what you got, be happy with what you got. And I really want to start living by that.
Right.
Because not that I was disappointed, but I went out and bought the Air 2 when it first was released.
Right.
And then it wasn't even a year. 6 months, maybe 8 months. The Air 2S came out.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I went for that, and I don't really fly the Air 2, and I still have it, but I'm gonna fly it hopefully this week. I left my Air 2S in Florida just to let you guys know. I didn't want to bring too many drones back with me, so I left that down in Florida.
But you took the big boy with you.
But
I wanted that Mavic 3 back here. But it's one of those things where I am looking forward to flying the Air 2.
About 2 weeks ago, we went down to the Keys, and I went down to the 7 Mile Bridge with Pedro, and it was windy as all hell that day. And there was a guy with a Mini 2. He put the drone up in the air, and he was following with it with his van. And we watched it go right into the drink. That's how windy it was that day.
What happened? I didn't hear about it.
I don't know if I told the story. We went down to the Keys we left at like 2 a.m. and we got down to the 7 Mile Bridge at sunup. And we're flying. Well, we got the drones up in the air. I never brought them up over the water because it was that windy. And we put all our stuff away. And all of a sudden, these two guys come with a van. They bring the Mini out, and they put the Mini up in the air, and they're flying. And the other guy is driving the van. Well, we watched the Mini fall out of the sky right into the drink over by the bridge.
Oh, really?
The winds were like 30 miles an hour that day. It was just crazy. And the gusts were like 35, 38. The best part of that morning was the breakfast that we had at the Island Grill down in Island Mirada, because the rest of it sucked.
Oh, my God. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
I've flown a Mini 2 in 25-mile-an-hour winds, 30-mile gusts. I have never had a problem like that. We
watched this guy. We even said this guy's nuts, But yeah,
that's the first I've heard that it's actually the wind took it out.
Yeah, he lost it. Matter of fact, we were supposed to meet up with Chris, the Key Largo dude.
Right.
And he even told me the day before, he said it's going to be really windy. And then he wasn't feeling good, but me and Pedro had the trip planned already.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was a wasted trip, but getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning to drive down, but that's part of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to get down to the Keys. I really do. I want to get down there. There's so many great places to fly. Really. Let me say hello to Greg. How you doing, Harley FPV? And I think I said hello to Robbie already. Travel Tech 360. Good to see you. And don't forget, Robbie and the World Drone Community will be going right on at 7 p.m. right after this show. Be sure to tune in to see Robbie and Al. It's always a good show. And then we got the Drone Nation crew with DeMarco and Ron and Marcus at 9. That's always a great show too. And I hear there's a special guest on there too, Michael.
I think it's going to be a great show tonight, too. Where'd you hear that at? Got
Yeah,
to change
Michael's their special guest tonight.
Wait, they don't have donation T-shirts. I forget. Don't have to change shirts.
Yeah. I hope they pay you more than I pay you, though, Michael.
No.
But Mike, do they have shrimp?
Yeah. But it's great. It's great. And that's what's great about this community. All these different live streams, and you get to know the different people. Don't you find it that way, Al?
Yes, I do. I really never was into YouTube up until I met you, and I started watching your show, and I started watching everybody else's shows. As many as I can, anyway. And it's great. It's like you said, you get to put a face on people that you hear about, and it's great. Like I tell you, I really enjoy flying with TJ. TJ giggles. He's a pisser. He really is. I enjoy flying with him. He's never on time. He's never on time, but he's a great guy.
He is. TJ is a great guy.
Yeah, he really is.
He's fun to fly with.
I just flew with him this past Saturday in Boynton Beach, and we had a great morning. We had some good flying in, so it was nice.
Yeah. I got to tell Thomas that I did make a new face page today, Thomas. Yeah. I can't get into my old Facebook page, so that is a legitimate request from me. Yes. But TJ is one of those guys where, he's not afraid to try anything.
No.
And he even tried to fly his Karma drone.
I remember that big thing,
one time. And he got it 15 feet up off the ground. And I told him, I said, TJ, you can't take that over these $1 million yachts. You really can't. Let it hover there for a few minutes. It hovered there for about 2 minutes and fell right out of the sky.
Oh, man. Well, he brought that one to that mini meetup that I had that day.
Right.
Remember, he had it with him. He was trying to get it to go, and he couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, no.
He's hot stuff.
Yep, I know. And it's it's about time to do the contest. So I have the lucky color written down. You guys are eligible because you didn't know what it is. So the first one to get the lucky color will their name will go in the hat for the Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly hat this month. And I'll just keep an eye on the chat and see if anybody gets the color first. But we'll see. But somebody let's see. You guys are guessing too, right?
Yes, I guessed.
Yes.
All right. I want to keep the conversation going, but I don't want to miss the name neither. So Al, how do you find managing the South Florida drone flyers? Do you get a lot of requests? All right, I think we got the correct color. I think Tomas got it first. It's brown, just to let everybody know. So congratulations, Tomas. That's the correct color this week. Your name will go in the drawing at the end of the month or the beginning of next month. All right. So Al, what about your group? You get a lot of requests?
What I did was I have a couple of questions that you have to answer now, because I was just getting people that are just joining and they're just like, they do nothing. They come on, half of them, I post a lot of stuff on my neighborhood page. And I got requests from people there, and they're not into drones. They just, they're not flyers. They're not pilots. So I put a couple of questions that, you have to own a drone. How often do you fly? And the usual stuff, being nice to other people and this, that, and the other thing. And I've kind of weeded out quite a few people that I haven't heard from over the past couple of years.
You do that?
Yeah, because it got to a point where they don't participate in anything, So I just, every once in a while, I'll go through the list, and I don't hear from this one, out the door you go, because it's just wasting, space in there, really. So
yeah,
that's the way I do it, though. It's, I like people that I can fly with, and that was the whole idea of starting the group, And originally, I think I told you that I started a group, and there was another group, the South Florida Drone Meetup, but it was 2 words. The meetup was 2 words.
Yeah.
And there's a guy on there, moderator of that group. And what he was doing was he was using my group to feed his group. And then he cut me off.
Yeah.
And he lives 2 blocks away from me in my neighborhood. TJ belonged to it also. And TJ found out what type of guy he is. A bunch of people left. So, and that's why when I saw the South Florida Drone Meetup, your group, I said, wait a minute, he's not sending me another request again. It's like, but it turned out it was, it was a different group.
Right. I know. I find the groups very, very interesting, to say the least, and I really got to give a lot of credit to the Rhode Island Drone Meetup group. And I'm not just saying it to make Mark feel good. I really mean it. That's a very active group. The pilots in that group share their photos and videos, and I like that kind of stuff. I really do.
Yeah, you want to see people participate, and what other people do and how it's done, and people are nice. It's nice if people share the info with you, and when you ask a question, they don't make you feel like a total jackass and say, hey, what's the matter? You don't know this,
Right.
And that's why I enjoy the groups. I did away with all the other groups that I belonged to, that people were in there like that, and I did away with it. I just.
Well, the other group that I really enjoy is Old Farts with Drones group, and Bob Dempsey just came into the chat.
Okay.
And I find that group very, very interesting too.
Yes.
And that group has taken off.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing. That is the fastest growing drone group that I've seen.
There's a lot of old farts.
And they're active. They're active as a group. It's not like,
exactly.
Like I agree with you, weeding them out, because one of the groups I'm moderator in, you look at somebody wants to join and they're members of 3,000 groups.
Yeah.
I reject them. There's no point. They're not going to be.
There's no point. Group. They're not going to do anything for you.
Members of 3,000 Facebook groups. So.
Yeah.
All right. So Bob received his hat. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. And it's one of those things where Bob, a lot of the credit goes to you. You're a great, administrator of that group, and you got some great moderators in your group. And it was such a pleasure to meet you down at the South Florida Drone Meetup too, Bob. Really. Now, Michael, do you belong to? I know you belong to Kai's group, right? Isn't there a drone flyers group by you?
I go down to Kai's down. Haven't been down there. I missed it last month. I go down to bed every other month. Down at it's a 3.5 hour drive, but I enjoy it. It's good.
Yeah, they have monthly meetups.
Meetups, right? Now he'll do that till probably till June. He probably won't do it in July and August due to the weather. It's just a little bit too hot. So.
Now is that primarily FPV or is it both?
It's both. It's camera, FPV, and sometimes there'll be 5 people there. Sometimes there'll be 25 people there. It just all varies. You can't guess. But it's a great group. Kai does a good job. Right.
I know. I hope to get there one of these days, I guess you could say. But I'm as you guys know, I won the Mavic 3.
Go ahead, rub it in.
I was there, right?
And I gotta say thank you to Kelly Shores and his crew at Spin Up, because I really thought Spin Up was a phenomenal event. And not because I won, I watched the previous spin-ups online, and I could see that they were great events.
Right. You know, Al, I won the Mavic 2, the spin up before Ray did.
Oh, I think I'm going to go to that spin up this year.
I know you did. I remember that, Michael.
Wow.
That's why I wanted to sit next to you. Yeah, you know, but Kelly, he really puts on a phenomenal event, and for some reason, and I know it takes a lot of work to put on these events. His is a little more organized than ours in Florida.
I think,
You know, he rents a venue, you know,
Right.
and he lines up different speakers. We were fortunate enough to have Mark offer his editing presentation, which was great. It really added another level to the South Florida Drone Meetup. But Kelly, you know, he puts on a number of speakers throughout the day.
you know, what's nice about it is everybody has a different take on it. Like Kelly's has his deal, you have yours. They're a little bit different approach, but they're all great meetups. You know, I like that they're not the same. You know,
Exactly.
That'd be kind of boring, yeah.
Right.
But your meetup this year was awesome. I didn't make the one last year but this year was totally awesome. It really was, and I'm looking forward to going up to Rhode Island. I really am. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And don't kid yourself, Al. That's going to be here before you know it.
Oh, I know. And the week before that, I'll be in North Carolina at the Outer Banks.
Oh,
We rented a house out there. We rented a 10-room house. 20 of us are going. All my grandkids and my kids. So this house has a rooftop terrace. So I told my wife, you'll probably find me up there the whole time. If you're looking for me, that's where I'll be. I'll have all my drones laid out, and I'll be just flying.
That's going to be a great place to fly from.
Yeah. It's like a block away from the beach. So it should be real nice.
I'd love to attend the Rhode Island meetup, but I've got another out of the country moving out of Texas here in a few weeks. I'm not moving, but a little visit. I'm going to a country of Idaho in a few weeks. So
Okay.
Oh, yeah? You going to Idaho?
I'm going to Idaho.
You going to the Snake River Canyon?
You know that? Yeah, you didn't hear. He let the cat out of the bag a while back. Marcus did.
That's going to be
I was
great.
taking a trip to the visit Marcus for a week, so
That's going to be fantastic.
And that's in June, and it's hard to get away June and again 6 weeks later. You know,
I
up to
know.
Rhode Island, so.
But you'll have a good time with Marcus flying at the Snake River Canyon.
Yeah, that's been on my bucket list.
Yeah. I'm just making my. Go ahead.
No, I have the Snake River Canyon on my bucket list too. It's on there.
Yeah.
I'll get out there one of these years. That's for sure.
My wife and I are planning a trip to Iceland in October. We're going to be there probably for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So I should definitely be getting a lot of droning in up there. I already sent to their country for their rules and all. They sent me a paper copy. So it's I'm looking forward to that one. That should be a great trip.
I've known people have gone up there. They're evidently very drone friendly. Is what I'm.
That's what they say. Yeah. So
Iceland has an active volcano too, doesn't it?
I think so, but the thing I really want to see is the Northern Lights.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I'm dying to see that, and it's October is when it's really starts. So hopefully we'll get it. A friend of mine that I used to work with, he went there on his honeymoon, and we just had an evening with him and his wife, and they kind of filled us in of all the places to go. So
cool.
Yeah, so Jill's making all the arrangements and on the places that we're going to stay, and so man, I'm looking forward to that trip.
Well, it's nice to plan these different trips. It gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah. And I use my wife as the travel agent because she's good at this. Wherever she wants to go, I said, you plan it, I'll be there. Just tell me when, and I'll be there.
Yeah, no, that's great. It is.
Yeah.
And Bob Dempsey does the same thing, more or less. His wife is a cruise consultant.
Exactly. He was telling me, when I met him. Yeah.
Cruises.
Yeah.
And he organizes a few of those during the year, and he's going to Europe. I know that, and Italy, I think.
Italy, right?
Yep. have a good time flying there.
Yeah. Italy is pretty place. Ireland is gorgeous. I mean, you're going, aren't you?
Yeah, I have that on my list. I'm
Yeah.
planning a trip in 2023, and I'm hoping to meet up with Tomas Ariels and
Right.
Alan, Drone Views Media, while I'm there. And yeah, who else? You never know who else is going
Oh,
to be
yeah.
there,
Yeah.
you know. But that's a beautiful country to fly in. There's no
Yes,
doubt
it
about
is.
it.
Everything is nice and green.
I watch Alan's and other people's videos from Ireland, and I said, "Oh man, look at that!" And I've been there. I've been there a couple times. It is truly a beautiful country, and I'm not just saying it because I'm Irish. I just like the countryside and the coastlines and
Yeah,
those
the cliffs,
castles.
Mhm.
the cliffs.
Can you
and the
imagine
castles.
flying at a castle?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's Ireland was beautiful. I did Italy also. I didn't have a drone back then. I wasn't flying drones back then. But I've been quite a few places in Europe, and Greece was another place I want to go back to. Greece was phenomenal. Yeah, I mean that I would love to take a drone there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
Bob's
beautiful
going
there.
from July 5th to August 5th.
Are
Nice.
you?
Mm.
Very nice. Hey, John Olson, good to see you in the chat. Yeah, I fly with John while I'm up back here in Long Island. He lives 20 minutes from me. So hopefully we'll get together soon, John, and fly. But I tell you, it's amazing. I'm trying to watch, I forgot about the comments there for a while. I was concentrating on our conversations. And it's like I say, hard to read the comments and listen.
Yeah.
But it says, where's it? Central Falls next. Okay, he's going to Central Falls next week. Okay, sounds good, Mark. Where is that, though?
Yeah, where is that? Elaborate here, Mark.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the most famous castles right on his doorstep. I'm looking forward to that.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to that, Tomas. That's for sure. Yeah. But anyway, I think we got it covered, right? We talked about the tip of the week. We did the little contest. And it's one of those things where the hour really flies by. It does. I don't know where the time goes.
Yeah.
And Michael, are you going to buy that drone tomorrow?
I'm going to buy it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just don't know where.
Okay, you haven't figured out where. Okay.
It all depends on delivery. If I don't know if DJI is going to ship on the supposed day or deliver on that day, on the week or so away.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I know Best Buy was supposedly, if they have a big stock, that's easy. Amazon is the same as Best Buy as far as I'm concerned. It's even easier to return, even more so with Amazon.
Yeah.
If it's delivered the same day, that's fine. But
Right.
if DJI, if they don't ship it till that day, then it's going to be another probably 2 days since it's on a Friday or whatever, I think they're saying.
And I
Okay.
heard rumors that they
may
pulled
vary.
the Mini 2 off the shelf to make room for the Mini 3s. So they're going
Yes.
to start pushing the Mini 3s.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
Yes. I know.
I've heard that, yeah.
But you got to be excited, Al. You're going to buy the Mavic 3 tomorrow.
Yes, I'm not excited about spending the money, but I'm excited about getting the drone.
It's a good decision, Al.
Yeah,
You won't
I
regret
think so. Yeah. My wife's been telling me buy it. When you got a wife like that,
Do it while you
gotta
can.
buy it. You know what I'm saying? I can't. There's not one bad thing I could say about my wife. So she tells me to buy it. I have to listen to her. I'm very obedient.
Don't
that
argue.
way.
That's great. That's great. It
Don't
is.
ask any questions.
I keep trying to talk my wife into getting a drone. and getting her involved with this hobby, but she's not ready for it yet.
My
No,
wife won't either.
Mine's not interested.
Yeah, she
My
loves
daughter's
her
not
camera.
interested.
Yeah, she just loves her camera. So,
Yeah.
when we go out, she takes a camera and she takes pictures, and she really enjoys it.
And that was the other thing that was good about the South Florida Drone Meetup is there were female pilots this year.
Yes.
And that was really, really great to see that.
Deneen was there from New York. Yeah.
And Deneen was there, and Melanie. And Melanie's got quite a story. She's a very experienced pilot.
Well, she's from NASA. Didn't she work for NASA?
Yeah, she worked for NASA.
NASA too, yeah.
Yeah, And it was good to see that because I did put out quite a few invitations to different female drone pilot groups. I did.
Right.
And I didn't get much of a response, but I was glad to see those females come and join us. And I think we're going to have more next year.
I think Alicia talked about she was coming. Didn't she mention it next year?
Who's that?
Alicia out of Corpus, Texas, Corpus Christi.
I don't remember that name, but I know Genesee says she's going to try to make it. Yep.
Alicia's with South Texas Drone Group. She's the one that sent all a lot of paraphernalia. I mean, she had a whole box. Remember, she shipped
Lisa was there also, by the way. I got to say that. Lisa, I forgot to mention her name. She was there.
Yeah, she's from West Palm Beach. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, she joined my group. She was like one of my first members. Believe it or not. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, guys, it's that time. The hour flew by, and it's time to say goodbye to everybody because I don't want to go into Robbie's time. And it's time for closing thoughts or anything you want to promote. And Al, I guess we'll start with you. All right.
I would just like to say I enjoy flying with all of you guys. Great meeting all of you guys. Everybody fly safe. And hope to see everybody up in Rhode Island. Mark, and I'll bring my big ring so you can kiss it, Mark. That's a private joke.
I know. I remember when he wanted to kiss your ring and he kissed your ring. That was funny. That was so funny. But,
and he finally pronounced my last name, which was shocking because for like months he couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I have to say, Mark's one of the best guys in the whole drone community. He really is. But
it was great meeting him. My granddaughter got a kick out of it
because he's going to. I know what's going to happen. He's going to make a joke about it in the chat. You watch.
My granddaughter got a big kick out of him. She says he's always on the move. I says, yes, he is.
Yeah, there you go. He's finally sworn in.
Exactly. Only where he gets the energy.
Well, thank you, Al, for being on the show tonight.
No, it was my pleasure.
Michael, your closing thoughts? Anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I enjoyed being on the show and looking forward to it. Tomorrow's going to be a great day for everybody, I think, for Al in particular.
So, thank you.
You'll be getting yours in a couple of days, but that's fine.
Yes.
That'll be great. And look forward to seeing everybody soon.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you for being on. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the Drone Nation show tonight later.
Yeah, I'll be on there.
And the show, thanks to you guys, was I thought very, very good tonight. And I could tell, with the comments in the chat, people were enjoying it. And I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for watching. But the most important thing is really get out there and fly. I know sometimes it's just too windy and the weather doesn't cooperate, but just get out there, fly for fun, as our show says, or go make a few bucks with your drone if you got the Part 107, which I will hopefully one day get, thanks to Pilot Institute. And I just want to say, get out there, fly safely, most importantly, and we'll see you again next week. And if you guys just want to hang around, I'm going to end the broadcast and have a good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Good night.